Jupiter transiting the fifth house. This happens when Jupiter is passing exactly over the degrees of the fifth house, which happens usually once in 12 years, or when it's sending a trine aspect, which is as powerful and positive once every 3 or 4 years. And when Jupiter is sending one of those beautiful aspects to your fifth house or transiting it to the cusp of the fifth house, what happens is that the fifth house represents one's creativity, one's creative self-expression, the expression of the individuality. So this, whenever Jupiter triggers the fifth house cups, the person becomes more creative, first of all. So it can be a very positive period for people who like to write a book, for people who want to start something creative, for people who want to create something, whether it's artistic or even in business area. For instance, I'm having Jupiter transiting my fifth house right now, and it's been an amazingly productive and creative period. And you can use it even for administrative tasks. If you're in a business area or in one very much business or more boring field of work, you can still use your creative intelligence to arrange your environment better, to co-create, to improve your environment, to improve your conditions. So definitely it's a period when your life somehow becomes fuller, when it becomes more livelier due to your mind becoming busier. The fifth house is the not the intellectual mind, but the creative mind, as we said. So for all creative people, it's fantastic. For all business people as well, it gives great ideas and ability to speculate better. Fifth house is the house of speculation and luck as well. So when Jupiter is passing there, it can be a great time for people who are playing, for instance, going to Las Vegas, or who are playing on the market, speculating, because somehow their mind is able to grasp, to be luckier, and to be speculatively more successful. So it's also good for business people. You see, it's not only for creative people who are drawing or who are painting or who are writing books, but for any kind of people that they're involved in anything business, anything which has to do with large amounts of money, with taking a risk and making the big jump into something. So Jupiter usually gives you confidence, because fifth house is the house of confidence, of self-esteem. And when Jupiter increases your self-esteem and confidence, people tend to take riskier, play riskier, but at the same time, when the confidence is bigger, they tend to win as well. So it's good for business and for creative activities. It's good for improvement of your self-esteem. And there will be the things that happen in your life will validate your self-esteem right now, will validate your ego, not in a negative way, but somehow you will feel more confident about yourself. You will feel like a king of your domain, more capable as well, and more eager to express yourself, whether creatively or in any other way, to express who you are, your true individuality. Uh, and people tend to become very productive during this period, just like children who are not afraid to paint and to write and to show this to everyone else. So when Jupiter goes into a person's fifth house, the person wants to show themselves, to shine like like a star. They want to be their own celebrity. So the desire for attention and for being in the public spotlight and for gaining recognition increases during this period. And the desire to be playful and to have fun. Fifth house is the house of fun, of joy, of being more childlike. It increases. So this is a period as well when people, after Jupiter has influenced the fourth house of the home and the private life, Jupiter goes into the fifth house. So a person starts wanting to be a bit more, playful, to have more fun, to be out and about. So this is a great period also to plan big parties, to plan or to organize certain events which will bring you popularity as well. And as I said, your popularity increases. And fifth house is also the house of competition and games. So great time for hobbies, for indulging in hobbies. You can find new hobbies which give you more joy, and you can become more creative than before. You can take up drawing, or you can just start going out to more bars than normal fifth house, because any kind of fun time, leisure time that we want to play around, that we want to have fun with, And fifth house is also our children because they are our creativity. They are due to our creativity, to our creative impulse. So Jupiter as a beneficial planet will improve the condition of your relationship with your children. Will maybe something good will be happening in your life of your children. They'll bring happiness in your life and they'll make you proud in some way. There will be some possibility for growth in your children's life. Jupiter is the planet of education and knowledge, so it can be a positive period for your children's education, of your children's advancement in life and finding their direction. So some kind of positive events happening with your children, and you can heal relationships with children if they've been somehow scarred by now. And also, it's fifth house is the house of conception. So you can get pregnant when Jupiter transits your fifth house, or at least your desire to create children, to have children increases. Maybe look back at your previous Jupiter transit to your fifth house and you realize that you were a bit more broody during this period, especially if you're a woman. You reacted to children with much more joy and happiness than normally. And for those of you who are trying to conceive, this can be a very likely period that you become more fertile. And you can look forward to for pregnancy during this period. But for most people, it is usually a period which is more fertile to do creatively, which is a good period for their for speculation, for gaming, for plays, for having more fun, for expressing their true individuality, for reconfirming and for helping expand their own creativity and self-esteem. So thank you so much. Please share with us what happened in your life when Jupiter was passing your fifth house. Do you identify with any of those energies that I'm talking about, those transformations, those influences, and what happened in your outer life as well as events? Thank you.